Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Savannah J. Goins, author of the Gwythienian and The Crivabanian, and in this video I'm going to share with you all about IngramSpark's new jacketed case laminate hardcover option, how to update your hardcover to that kind, and I'm also going to be revealing some new cover art for the Gwythienian and The Crivabanian. So stick around to the end if you want to see that. So I found out a few months ago that IngramSpark was going to be offering a special new feature with their hardcovers called a jacketed case laminate, which means instead of just having something plain underneath a jacket or just having a cover pasted to the outside, you could have a jacket with some cool art underneath. So let me just show you what I mean. A case laminate would be something like this, for example, where there is not a jacket, but the cover, there's cover art and then there's no jacket. It's just glued on there, and then it's got the bleeds are folded over here and glued down, and there's paper pasted over it. So that would be a case laminate. And then a jacketed case laminate would be something like Leigh Bardugo's King of Scars, where you've got this great, gorgeous jacket with art underneath, which is gorgeous. Who does not want something like this under their book? Now with IngramSpark's, you're not able to have it textured, so you wouldn't be able to feel it and feel the difference, but you could have something just as cool as this printed underneath, which would be such a cool feature. I love this. So when I found out that IngramSpark was going to make that an option, I was really interested in it. Let me just show you what their old versions were. So this is, I think, the very first copy of the Gwythienian that ever came in, and it used to be underneath the jacket there was what they called their cloth. There was either blue or gray cloth. Those were your only options. And it actually is cloth. You can touch it and feel it, and then there was this really kind of plain, ugly printing of your name and the title on the spine. So, which is fine because the jacket's really cool, but less cool. So they recently changed it. I'm sure it's cheaper to do it the way that they do it now. And with the Crivabanian, this is the only option I had, and that is printed cloth. I don't know if you can really tell the difference, but it's just the case laminate with a cloth pattern printed on it. So I'm sure it's cheaper to do it that way than to have the cloth, so it makes sense why they would do that. But also, since they did that, I assume they realized that it would be a lot cooler to let people print whatever they wanted underneath instead of just to print a limited number of colors of cloth on it, which is super boring. So they added that feature. And I found out that it was going to be free to upload your case laminate part, the part that goes under the jacket, until March 31st. And I think I had found out in February that this was an option, and I really wanted to take advantage of it because I love artwork. I love seeing art of my books, of course, as I'm sure any of you authors out there do. So I really, really wanted to do something cool underneath, but I didn't have a ton of time. I only had a few weeks, and I didn't have a ton of money saved up for this surprise thing that I had just found out about. I talked to my cover designers who did these gorgeous covers, which I love very much, and they were pretty booked. It was going to be hard for them to fit me in, and it was going to be a small cost to do the same art version underneath, and it was going to be really expensive to do anything new or different underneath. And that was really disappointing because I really wanted to do something new and different. But I did know of one really awesome artist who I had a great experience working with for my characters, who I'll flash up on the screen. She did Sean, Inzi, Gwythienian, and Veridameek, and I loved working with her, and I wondered if there was any way I might be able to get her to help me with some cool underneath cover design. She agreed to take on the job, and we started designing, and what she came up with was amazing. I had a great experience working with her, and I'm actually going to be interviewing her about this experience this week, so it will be showing up the week after this video airs. So you'll be able to see that very soon. I'll be interviewing her about working with me, and we'll be talking about some best practices for authors working with artists and for artists working with authors, and how to find an artist, how to work together, and just the ways to treat each other the best you possibly can. So, because I loved her design so much, I decided I also wanted it for the paperbacks. It was just too beautiful to only be underneath the jackets. I also wanted it to be seen everywhere. So I decided to make it the paperbacks. I felt hesitant about completely changing the covers because I know sometimes it can be disappointing as a reader when a new book comes out in a series and it's a new cover and they're going to do new versions of the old books, but they're not going to keep up the old style. And I understand that it's frustrating if you've bought books in the original style and now there's a new style and you want all your books to match. So what I'm doing right now is keeping the old style jackets for the hardcovers. So um, because I hadn't released the paperback for the Crivabanian yet, there would only be a chance of having a mismatch of the first of the paperbacks. But if you really like that old style better and you have the paperback of the Gwythienian, you can get the hardcovers coming out afterwards. So it still wouldn't match perfectly because it'd be paperbacks and hardcovers, but they'd still be the same style. So I'm sorry, that's the best that I could do because I really, really want to show off this amazing art that Ingrid did for me. So those are going to be the paperbacks forever. Those are permanently changed, and the jackets will stay the style that they are right now. But if you like the new style better and want to keep up buying the hardcovers, you can always take the jacket off and just show off the underneath without the jacket. Okay, so if you want to change your hardcover to a jacketed case laminate, or if you don't have a hardcover yet, but you're going to be making one and you want to make sure that when you do make it, you select the jacketed case laminate option and do all the right things for that, I'm about to show you how to do all of that. So keep watching. All right, so here we are in IngramSpark's cover template generator. They've got a few other good resources for you up here, but we're going to focus on the cover template generator right now. So in order to generate the cover that you need, you'll start with putting in your ISBN. So I'm going to do the ISBN for the Crivabanian hardcover. It's going to auto-populate that because that information is already within IngramSpark, but you don't need a publisher reference number. That's just something that some people have, but you don't have to have it. If you don't have all this information, you'll just go through and fill it out real quick. If your trim size and stuff does not auto-populate, you can go through and find the correct trim size. Mine is cream because it's fantasy. You could have white for other reasons, but you should already know what your interior paper is going to be. Okay, so here's the interesting part. Hardback, and then it used to be the digital cloth blue, which is their new version of what used to be the actual cloth. It's now the digital cloth. And I changed it to the jacketed case laminate. So the case laminate would be just the design like glued to the case, basically. The jacket is a little bit fancier. It has the flap that go over the covers, and it just looks a little bit fancier. The jacket is also removable. You can take it off. Sometimes people like to take it off when they're reading so that when they're holding the book up, they don't damage the jacket. But the jacketed case laminate is the one that you want to pick here. That's the new one. And then I like matte. I think that looks the best for my books. Your page count. And then if you are getting this for your cover designer, you're going to want to know which kind of file they need. So it will give you different options for PDF or different kinds of InDesign files. I'm just going to select a PDF because that's something that I'm able to open. And then you'll put in your email address and put in the price. You want to put that in because they're going to generate a barcode for you on the back. I also want to let you know I did try to not put the barcode on the back of the case laminate part that would be underneath the jacket because it's already there on the jacket, so you know it can be scanned from the jacket, and I thought that it would look cooler without the barcode on the back, but they ended up putting the barcode on the back anyway, and it was their own generated one without the correct stuff on it, so it looked funky. So you might be able to try to contact them to get them to remove it. I didn't want to mess with that or waste time on it, so I would go ahead and put your price in here and let them put their barcode in there so that they have the right information to put the correct kind of barcode on there. And then yes, I do want the price on the barcode. And then submit. And that is going to go over into my email, and I'm going to go show you what it looks like when I open it up. So their email does take a long time to come in. You have to wait, not a terribly long time, but a few minutes, and I am just going to show you the email I got when I filled this out the first time from a few weeks ago. So the information that I needed for the jacket and for the case, that's all going to be here. This is the information that I filled out all within their site, all this information here, and here we have the PDFs. So this is the one for the jacket, and this shows the designer where the bleed space is. So this blue is just where they need to, you know, have a design but not have important information, because those are parts that are going to end up, you know, wrapping around the book and potentially not showing up very well, potentially getting covered up. So those are places where important information should not go. And it's showing the dimensions. The reason it needs the page count is to give you the exact right width of the spine. So that's what the jacket one looks like. This is the case laminate. The bleeds here are even more important. Because this whole section right here, all these parts are going to wrap around the book and then have a piece of paper kind of like over them. If you open up a book, you can see like the piece of paper in the very front cover that's like glued on the inside of the front cover. If you feel, you can feel where the cover has been like bent around there and folded. So this is all the space that needs to be free of important parts so that it's okay if it gets covered up, because it will probably get covered up. So you can just acquire these and send them to your designer, or if they don't know how to do it, or you can just give them your page information and your ISBN, and then they can fill out the template form themselves. But this is just in case you need to send it to them. Okay, so once you have your completed cover according to the right template from your designer, you're going to need to go and change from whatever previous form of a hardcover you were to the jacketed case laminate. So I'm going to show you how to see what you already are. So if you click on your hardcover book, you scroll down, you're going to see right here under book type, it tells you your colors, your size, and then case laminate with jacket is what it's calling it here. So that's the same thing as the jacketed case laminate. If yours says anything other than that and you want to change to a jacketed case laminate, you're going to click this button for editing, and then scroll down and select. I've already selected this for my book, but if you were case laminate or whatever one of these things you might have been, you would change it to jacketed case laminate. And then if it doesn't automatically prompt you to upload a new file, watch the next part of this video to see how to upload the new file. Alright, so here we are in the IngramSpark dashboard. So in order to add a new file, what you're going to do is find the correct book. So I know I want to do the jacketed case laminate. Perfect Bound is the paperback. The jacketed case laminate is what I'm going for in this example. And I'm going to go here to upload new files. And I'm not going to change the interior file. That's the part where the paper is, so like the chapter headings and the pages and everything. And then the jacket file is the outside part, obviously, so the cover file is what I'm going to update right here. So we're going to go to Browse, and because I just downloaded this, I'm going to hit Quick Access, and Crivabanian, here we go. And that's going to load for a quick second. And then I'm going to say Continue. And it's going to take a minute to verify the file, and assuming there's no problem, I'll be able to go on and have it send me an e-proof. Okay, so it gave me an error. It says that I have a low resolution image in the file. It did this to me once before, and my cover designer was able to fix it. So what I'm going to do is click No, I want to correct and upload the new files. Don't hit Yes, proceed with my files, because there's something wrong. So I'm going to say No, I will upload new files, and I will go check with my cover designer real quick about what is going on with that. Okay, so we're back now. I found out what the problem was with the last file. My artist was able to fixed that. What happened was it had exported from her designing program as too small of a file. So she was able to export it as a larger file, and I have just put it in here, and I'm going to now click continue, and now they're going to do their little quick validation process. And once that is done, I should be all good. Alright, so we had no errors that time. So we were brought to the page that wants to charge me for making this change. Alright, so after the payment page, you'll be brought here. It's just letting you know that it's going to be a couple of days for an actual person to review the file, and then they're going to email you an e-proof. And once you get the e-proof, you can look through it. I'll show you me going through mine briefly when it comes in. And once you approve that, you can order proofs. Actually, you might be able to order proofs before you approve it. We'll find out and I'll let you know. But it's definitely smart to have gone through your physical proofs before you start talking about the book, or before you start telling people to buy the book, because you want to make sure that everything looks good. Even sometimes stuff that looks right in the e-proof can still look funky on the actual physical proof. So you want to make sure you check everything before you ask people to buy it, because you don't want to have problems with people buying something that ended up not being perfect. So we'll go through again real quick and update my other one. So this is going to be the Gwythienian, jacketed case laminate, the Gwythienian. We'll go to upload new files, scroll down to the cover file, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments right now, because I want to help you guys out with this. And once that's done, we'll click continue. Alright, so we got no error for this one, so yay. So you'll just click proceed to payment and be taken to the next page. Alright, so this one is also just letting me know it's going to be a couple of days for a technical review, and then they're going to send me an e-proof, and at that point I can order a physical proof as well, and then approve things from there. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. So after submitting your new files for approval, you will then have to wait a couple of days to receive an e-proof. And I believe what happens during that time is that someone at IngramSpark looks through the files to make sure that, you know, things that a robot or computer would miss, a human can pick up on. So definitely don't trust that, though. They can still miss things. But once you receive that, you want to make sure you go through that really, really well. If you have uploaded a new interior file with your, your pages, go through that really, really well. I have missed some embarrassing things by not going through that really, really well. So make sure you do that. There may be a way to order a physical proof of your new files before you order, or before you approve the title in general, like so that when other people order it, it comes with the new version. But I didn't get prompted for that when I did it. So I know when you're uploading new files for a completely new book, I think it gives you the option to order physical proofs before officially approving it. But I didn't get that option for this, so I don't know if there's a way that you can do that. You might want to look into that if you're concerned about that. But what I did was I went ahead and approved it. I wasn't heavily promoting the book at the time that I did this, so if somebody ordered anything and it was funky, I wouldn't mind having to fix that for a couple of people if that happened. But I didn't feel like that was very likely to happen, so I went ahead and approved it and just ordered proofs, having already approved it. So at the time that I'm recording this video, I am waiting for the hardcover proofs to come in, so I can't show you those, unfortunately. But the good news is the paperback proofs are already here, so we can have a cover reveal, even though we don't have the jacketed case laminate covers here yet. The covers have actually been in this video the whole time. They're right there, so just take a moment and look at those beautiful spines. So there they are. Look how cool that is. I can't wait to see how these look with the third book. But, alright, are you ready to see the actual covers? Dun dun dun! This is the new Crivabanian cover. that Ingrid designed and that I am super excited to share with you guys today. I'm going to try to give you a closer view. Look at those beautiful eyes. Look how cool. Oh, can you believe that somebody is so good at art that they can draw this gorgeous, gorgeous picture? I'm absolutely love it. I also asked her if she would consider experimenting with lettering and doing this new, like, kind of made up kind of lettering, and she did, and I love it. She made up the lettering for my name as well. Let's see, I'll try to hold it straight. And here is the cover for the Gwythienian. Look at that beautiful red dragon. Oh, gorgeous. I love it. Look how three-dimensional the eyes look. So if you guys need an artist, you need to talk to Ingrid because she's obviously amazing. If you want her to make up some gorgeous lettering for you that nobody else in the world has, she can do that. How cool is that? Ah, isn't it amazing? I'm slightly obsessed. So, these are now going to be the paperbacks for forever. But as I said, the jackets will still be the same on the hardcovers for now, unless I hear that people like this style so much better that they would rather have this and get rid of the old covers. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But at this point, I am planning to still have this old style of cover as the jacket for book 3, and then to have this new style of paperback be the paperback for book 3 and also be underneath the jacket for book 3. So I hope that you guys like these covers. Let me know what you think in the comments. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, wait, here's a goofy moment. I took a picture like this the other day. See? Maybe. There we go. So I think that these spines will do a really great job catching people's attention, hopefully. So thank you for celebrating the fun new covers with me. I'm super excited to share them with you. And they are available for sale now. So there's links in the description below to get these new covers. All the new covers are approved. So whenever you order something, whether it's the ebook or the paperback or the hardcover, you will get the new cover style. And then the hardcovers will have the jackets still, the old style jackets. So I hope you guys are excited about that. Please let me know what you think in the comments. And please give this video a thumbs up to support my channel and let me know that you like this kind of content. And be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss my interview with Ingrid coming next week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye!